What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Alright, we're coming back to Seikima II. Yes, indeed. Seikima II fans? Feeling? Yo, come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity bob, do me a favor. Before you do all those things, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This is a request from Brett Parks, and this is actually Brett's prioritized request for the month of December for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Brett. Hope you enjoy the show, man. Brett wanted to see me check out this song from Seikima II called Oni. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, time out. I recognize this. I know I've heard this before. I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Far... There's no vowels here. HFRCH. So Far HFRCH. Yeah, there you go. And the video has 88 views. Not gonna get you there. Sorry. Listen, I'm sure the song is fine. I'm sure the video is fine. I'm sure everything's fine. I'm just saying 88 views, it's not gonna get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Seikima II, Oni. There we are. That's it. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
情報を発信すれば直ちに世界中にそれが広がる時代だ。遠い国の楽しい出来事も悲しい出来事もまるで目の前で起こっているかのようにリアルタイムで手に取るように掴むことができる。星の瞬く果てしなき空の彼方を俺たちの夢はさまよっている。数えきれない繁栄の裏側で忘れてきた何かがある。それは自分たちにはすでに無関係な出来事として捉えられていることかもしれないし、また自分たちの世代にとってはすでに過ぎ去ったしまったことだと解釈されていることかもしれない。だが都合のいい時だけそれは関係のないなかったことにしてしまい、都合の悪い時は昔のまま鼻で笑うようなことをしている。それは奴らの誇りを踏みにじっていることにつながりはしないか。
Brett warned me about this. He warned me that there was a big setup from him. Brett told me I could skip it, and I was like, nah, it's like a minute and a half. It's not that big a deal. I'll just do it. I have absolutely no idea what he's talking about. I have no idea what he's saying, but it must be prominent. And I'll tell you why I'm thinking that. Have you heard the crowd make a sound the whole time he's been doing this? There has not been a peep, not a clap, not a woo, not a cheer, not a whistle, nothing. It has been dead silent in that crowd while he's been doing this. Now, I know Japanese crowds are very respectful like that. They don't normally do the stuff that, American crowds do. So that's part of it. But I also think the other part of it is everybody's like hanging on to every word that he's saying. That's also very possible. So it's effective. It's effective storytelling, especially with him like descending the stairs and everything. Very, almost like Phantom of the Opera-ish. It's very cool, man. It's very, very effective. Great storytelling, great showmanship. So, gotta give it to him. Anyway, let's keep going here. I think it's almost over.
ほら、耳を澄ませ。奴らの嘆く声が聞こえる。鬼！
There we go. Oh, yeah. Ha ha ha! Oh, yeah, get into it, guys. Oh, wow. No, where is the fire breathing? Oh, please do it. Woo!
者を頑張って
The song's got like a villainous feel to it, both from the tempo and from the groove. It feels good, man. I dig it. I dig it. I can see this being used as like, seriously, this is like entrance music for some heel. I can absolutely see that being used. It's got that evil undertone to it. It really does, man. I'm digging the song. I have no idea what the song is about. I have no clue what the song is about. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not saying this to be rude or being disrespectful, but I really don't care. I'm digging the groove on this, man. I'm digging the riff. I'm digging the groove. I'm digging the pacing. I'm digging the feel. I'm digging everything about it. I don't need to know what the song is about. I'm already in love in the song. So let's keep going. I want to see these guys live so bad. Oh, we got some theatrics, all right. Giant oversized knife. Oh, that's great. Yeah, toss in the crowd. Why not? Oh, watch. I have never in my life ever seen a scientist, a mad scientist, in any media. No movies, no TV shows, on stage, nothing. I have never seen a mad scientist put his finger in the pot and taste it and go, oh yeah, it's good stuff. I have never seen that before. Oh, that's great. Man, I don't know, but I really hope these guys are still doing it. I hope these guys are still playing live. I need, not want, I need to see these guys play live. I really do. I need to be there in the crowd and experience this live. They are so theatrical. They put on a great stage show with themselves and with props and actors coming out. I'm getting shades of Alice Cooper. I'm getting shades of King Diamond. I'm getting shades of Iron Maiden. I'm getting shades of, obviously, Kiss. I mean, that goes without being, even said with the makeup and everything. But I'm getting so many shades of so many great live performing bands all rolled up into one here. I need to see these guys play live. If they do play live, I need to see them. And if that means I gotta buy a plane ticket and I gotta fly to Japan because that's all they play at, that they don't travel outside of Japan, they only play live in Japan, okay, fine. I will buy a plane ticket and I will go and see them. I need, not want, need to see these guys live. God, they look like a lot of fun. They look like they put on a phenomenal show. Everything I've seen from them, I've been impressed with. So, yeah, let's keep going. Is his hand caught? Oh my God, that's great. Oh, that's just a delay. I like that little quick slide there from the bass. That was nice. There's one. Song is so good, man. I'm digging this tune, man. I am. I'm digging everything about it. Everything. Okay. There is one thing. There is one thing it kind of makes me cringe a little bit. I'm not going to say what it is right now. I'm going to say that for the review. But there is one thing that kind of makes me go, a little bit. But everything else, man, I'm digging. I'm digging. Don't think I didn't notice that little slide in the bass there during the guitar solo. Of course I noticed that. That was fun. Bass and drums are absolutely locked in with a slower tempo, which is good. But the bass player isn't just sitting back on root notes, though. I mean, he is moving around a little bit, and that's good. It's adding more bottom end and more. He's adding to the chordal structure by moving around the way he is. Not a lot. It's not like he's moving all over the neck, but he's moving around a little bit on that bottom end just to, fit where the chords are going, and that's good. That's definitely a good thing. Let's keep going. Let's finish. Actually, we're almost done. Let's finish this out. This is really. It's been 6 minutes. It doesn't feel like 6 minutes, man. It doesn't. It feels like it's been about 4.5. That's great. That means time's been flying. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I loved everything about it for the most part. Quite a bit to take in, but I think I can sum it up pretty much in like 3 or 4 things. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it. Give me a few minutes here to get my thoughts together. Let me try to condense it down as much as I possibly can. And I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Seikima II with Oni. This was a request from Brett Parks. And this was actually Brett's prioritized request for the month of December for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Brett. I hope you enjoyed the show, man. I certainly did. This was fun. This was a lot of fun. There was quite a bit to take in, more than I actually thought I originally had. There were some things that came into my head. I was like, oh, I didn't even think of that, and I had to bring it in. Now, I was able to condense it down into like, I think, 4 or 5 things I'm just gonna hit. So this should not take very long. I hope it doesn't, but then again, you know me, I might go on a rant, I might go on a tangent. I can't make any promises. The only promise I can make is I will do my best to keep it short, but we all know how that goes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's start with the score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that an 8.7. Yep, 8.7. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, this song was fun. It was a lot of fun to listen to. It had that dark element, that kind of evil element to it. Like the type of song you would use for like a heel entrance. Like, when, you know, we're talking about professional wrestling. We're talking about the heels, the bad guys come into the ring, right? Like when Demolition were heels, right? You guys, I don't know if you guys remember Demolition or not. Personally, one of my favorite tag teams, and they were terrible. They were horrible. They were not good technicians, but they were good workers. They had a great gimmick, fantastic gimmick, and people hated them, man. When they were heels, they were absolutely hated. Then they turned face, and they were loved, especially by kids. Kids loved them, and then they turned heels again. By that point, though, it was starting to change direction anyway. But I could absolutely see old Demolition coming out to a song like this. It just had that march feel, that like almost like the Imperial March from Star Wars, that type of feel, that type of menacing feel to it. It felt good, man. I love songs like this. I really do. My favorite piece of music from the Star Wars universe is still the Imperial March. I know people are like, what about Duel of the Fates? What about Duel of the Fates? It's a great song, but it doesn't hit me like the Imperial March does. Absolutely not. The Imperial March is my favorite piece of music from the Star Wars universe. Come at me if you want. You're more than welcome to, but I'm sorry. I'm gonna stand by my opinion. But it had that feel, that feeling of you're marching to your doom type of feel, and I absolutely love that. I have absolutely no idea what the song is about. I have no idea about the context of the purpose of the song, what he's saying. I have no clue. And I said this during the reaction, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm not trying to say this to be disrespectful or demeaning or in any type of a negative way. I'm just saying it because it's honestly how I feel. I really don't care what the song is about. It makes no difference to me because the song itself was fantastic. Now, I know I get a lot of comments when it comes to bands that don't speak English, and they're like, why don't you do some research? Why don't you find out what the song's about? It might make the song better for you. You know what? You're absolutely right. It might make the song better for me. Then again, it might also ruin the song for me, and it might put the song in a negative light, at which point I'm not going to want to listen to it. So this is why I don't do any research. I like going in blind. I like being surprised. I know this is going to sound weird. I like not having any context. I like not knowing, because that saves me from spoiling anything, ruining any surprises, or possibly putting the song into a negative spin and in a negative light that might affect the score in a negative way. It goes both ways. And if I were to do research, yeah, maybe it might raise the score. Then again, it might lower the score. Do you really want to take that chance? I don't think you do. I know I don't. And that's why I never do any research. I just, it's not because I don't care about the song. I mean, I care about the song. I don't really care about the subject matter of the song unless I find out that it's important, you know, and then I'll hear about it from you guys and you'll tell me. And that definitely helps put some perspective on it. But I don't want to ruin any potential reactions. I don't want to ruin any potential spoilers, and I don't want to have it affect my view of the song before I even get a chance to hear it. So that's why I go in blind, completely neutral, completely open-minded. And I like it that way. I'm sure in the comments you guys are going to tell me what the song's about, and who knows, I might think that makes the song even cooler, and then I'll want to go listen to the song again even more. The groove on the song was fantastic. The chordal structure on the song was fantastic. The chordal flow on the song was fantastic. Melodic lines sounded good. Guitar solos sounded really good. The drumming and bass locked in as always. Dug that. Even with the slower tempo, you'd be surprised. Sometimes playing at a slower tempo makes it even harder for the bass and drums to lock in. And I know that sounds crazy, but if you're a drummer or you're a bass player, you know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. It's not always easy to lock into those slower tempos, guys. It really isn't. Ask any bass player and drummer, and they'll tell you. It's sometimes playing at those slower tempos actually makes it a little bit tougher. Everything sounded amazing, though, instrumentally. Vocally, love his approach. The intro, I have no idea what he was talking about, but I love the approach he took. Very dramatic approach, you know, with the slow descent down the stairs. Very Phantom of the Opera-ish, walking out slowly to center stage where and you knew the crowd was into it because you could hear a pin drop in that audience. It was so dead silent. It was incredible. The command he had over the crowd at that point, fantastic. My only gripe, and this is a very nitpicky thing, but I gotta be honest with you, it did make me cringe a little bit, so I do feel it is worth bringing up. There were times with the lead vocalist when he went up to the high notes with his vibrato. Now, I got no problem with hitting the high note. I got no problem with him hitting the vibrato. But there were times, there were two times in particular where he did it, and I gotta be honest with you, it got a little screechy. A little bit screechy. Between the overuse of the vibrato and the high-pitched note, it got a little out of hand, and I did cringe a little bit when those two things happened. But it only happened twice. It did not affect the score that much. If anything, it might have affected the score like 0.1, like 1/10, okay? So instead of an 8.7, we might have had an 8.8. I say might have. I'm not 100% sure about that. Like I said, it only happened twice. It wasn't like he was doing it through the entire song. It wasn't like he did it every single time. It only happened two times where I felt like he kind of got out of control. The first time and the second time. The third time and the fourth time didn't really bother me. I was like, that was better. It sounded more controlled. So, like I said, didn't affect the score hardly at all, if at all. So, anyway, I do feel like it was worth mentioning. In closing, I need to see these guys live. Can you guys in the comments, you guys and gals, please tell me if these guys still play live or not. If they do they ever come over here to the States? If they do, when? If they don't, and they only tour in Japan and that's all they do, please let me know, and let me know when they're gonna play live again, because I need to get a plane flight. I'm dead serious. I need a plane ticket, and I need a ticket to go see them play live. I will take care of all of that if you guys will seriously just point me in the right direction. I need to see these guys live, firsthand. Listen, seeing it on video is one thing. Okay, it's like seeing Nightwish or seeing Rammstein on video. It's one thing. You know, and it's wonderful and it's great and it's entertaining. But when you're there in person, seeing them perform live, it's a whole nother story. Whole different story. And I have seen Nightwish live now. I have seen Sabaton live. I've seen Epica live. I have seen Rammstein live. And I'm telling you, folks, I've seen The Warning live. And I'm telling you right now, seeing these bands live and in person versus seeing them on a screen, whole different world. Whole different world. And every single time it's been better. So I can only imagine that these guys are going to be even better if I see them in person. So yes, I need to see them live. Hopefully they still do it live. If they do, let me know in the comments how I can see them. And I'm dead serious. If that means I got to get on a plane and fly to Japan, I will do it. But I need to see these guys live without question. Hopefully they're still doing it. I really hope they are. But yeah, 8.7, I feel good with that score, and that is where we're going to stay. So 8.7, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, that did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.